You know you're a real solopreneur when your browser has 23 open tabs, your content calendar looks like a war zone, and your brain is fried by noon. You keep telling yourself this is just what it takes to grow. It's not. You don't need to be on 5 platforms or crank out endless content to hit 20K months. In fact, the opposite is true, and I'm going to prove it. This quick framework could change everything about how you grow your business without burning yourself out. So let's dive in. I'm Leah Sparrow, and I have helped hundreds of solopreneurs discover their way of doing business so they can live the life they desire while serving clients they love. If you're tired of constantly working in your business and ready to reach 20K months with a business that supports your lifestyle without burnout, this video is for you. Ever feel like you're running in circles with your marketing? Here's how to know if your current efforts on social media are working against you rather than for you. Most solopreneurs assume more social media platforms equals more reach, which leads to more clients. However, the opposite is often true. Take my client C. He had a follower list of over 20,000, but couldn't understand why. After being on all the platforms and doing webinars and speaking events, his business couldn't hit his next revenue goal. During a 90-minute call, we identified his most effective traffic source, public speaking events, and created a focus plan around it by reducing scattered efforts. He increased income while simplifying his workload. So let's start with the first reality check question. Where are your clients coming from? When I ask this in coaching calls, most people pause. They scroll through their notes and make guesses, but rarely have concrete data. That's your first red flag. If you can't pinpoint specific clients from specific platforms, you're likely spreading yourself thin. Now, the second question, how many hours last week went into maintaining your social media? Be honest. Count content creation, engagement, and troubleshooting. Most solopreneurs underestimate this. One client thought she spent 3 hours weekly on LinkedIn. Her time tracker showed 7. That's 4 extra hours she could have spent on strategies that actually supported her business and energy. The third question cuts deepest. What's the actual conversion rate? Not impressions or likes, real conversions to paying clients. Many solopreneurs celebrate vanity metrics like followers while their bank accounts stay empty. One Instagram post might get 200 likes, but 0 sales. That's not marketing. That's busy work. These questions reveal why most solopreneurs stay stuck. They maintain multiple channels out of fear, not strategy. But the real cost is time wasted on what doesn't convert. If one platform delivers most of your clients, focus there. For example, if your email list converts at 3% while Twitter sits at 0.2%, that imbalance is costing you. It's time to focus on what works and let go of what doesn't. What if you could stop the chaos in less time than it takes to recharge with a power nap? Think of this as a 90-minute business detox, a quick rejuvenating reset for your business. Most solopreneurs need to eliminate before they can accelerate. The hardest part isn't choosing a strategy, it's sticking to it whenever instinct says to do more. So here's how to break that cycle in 90 minutes flat. Start with a 20-minute audit. That's step 1. So what you're going to do is you're going to list every income generating event in your business. How are you driving people to these events? What steps are involved? Identify anything unclear. For example, are you unsure whether to promote your workshop or focus on your challenge? Write it all down. Step 2, spend 20 minutes identifying your highest converting activity. This isn't about what you enjoy most or what gets the most likes. It's about what consistently brings in paying clients. Think of it like finding the golden key in a treasure hunt. Maybe it's converting through free calls, paid consults, or your website. If it's your website, how are you driving traffic there? Notice where your focus is being pulled and what the numbers are telling you. Narrow it down to one activity, whether it's email campaigns, paid ads, or something else. Step 3, commit to one cash generating activity. and one traffic source for 1 year. This is the game changer and the hardest part. Scattered efforts drain your time and focus. One client banned all but email marketing, freeing up 12 hours weekly. She refined her sequences, increased conversions by 40%, and reclaimed time for family and passion projects. Ask yourself, how long have I been juggling multiple strategies without hitting my goals? As you focus on your chosen strategy, track 2 metrics: time saved and revenue generated. Most see immediate improvements. Use your time gained wisely. Don't fill it with more work. Celebrate your wins and reflect. This works because it replaces complexity with clarity. One life coach discovered her neglected email sequence was her gold mine. Doubling down on it helped her hit 20K months. The solution is often right in front of you, waiting to be uncovered. I was the classic overworked solopreneur. 5 platforms, daily content, 14-hour days. Followed every must-do marketing tip, convinced success required constant activity. Right after 8 months, my revenue hadn't budged. I was exhausted and ready to quit. Then I discovered something surprising. 80% of my clients came from YouTube. When I asked them, why me? They often said, I love your videos on YouTube, and thought I'd book a call with you. That realization hit me like a wave of relief. I audited my last 30 clients. Only 4 came from other platforms. 24 came through YouTube via a link in the video descriptions. I'd been so focused on juggling everything else, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, that I missed what was right in front of me. It was like clearing clutter from a workspace and finding a hidden gem. The solution wasn't working harder, it was working smarter. I deleted all scheduling apps for other platforms and immediately focused on what worked. 3 months later, I had my best month ever. I was working 15 fewer hours a week. Instead of churning out generic content, I doubled down on creating videos. My process became simple: keyword research, market research, and a clear strategy. The biggest shift wasn't just tactical, it was mental. I knew my strategy, its pros and cons, and how it aligned with my goals. I was finally serving the clients I wanted while building a business that fit my life. This isn't about YouTube being magical. It's about focus creating compounding results. Solopreneurs spread thin miss the one activity that converts. One client found her 10K months came from a single Facebook group. Another realized podcast guest spots drove 90% of sales. The pattern is clear. When you stop maintaining channels out of obligation, you uncover your true leverage point. The hardest part isn't the audit. It's trusting the data enough to act. But when you do, you'll see the upside. Fewer platforms, deeper relationships, and a business that feels lighter and more focused. Tired of doing all the things and still not seeing real growth? Book your 90-minute scale without stress strategy call, and let's burn the busy work to the ground. We're doubling down on what actually gets you paid. Link is in the description. Let's break the rules and build something that works.